If you're anything like me and you don't enjoy pregnancy, well, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. It's okay. And I'm going to share some of the ways to embrace pregnancy the best you can. I'm Juli Bauer Roth, the food, fitness, and lifestyle blogger behind PaleoMG. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to share my favorite food, workout, and wellness tips to help you live your best damn life. Today we're talking pregnancy, and we're talking the not so fun side of pregnancy, not enjoying pregnancy. In our society, we're told how much we should love being pregnant. And if you don't enjoy pregnancy, you are not grateful for the experience because so many people struggle getting pregnant or having children. But it's okay to not enjoy something. We do things all the time that we don't enjoy. Maybe that's working out, maybe that's cooking, maybe that's brushing your teeth. Do you want to brush your teeth before you go to bed when it's 2 a.m. and you've had quite a few cocktails? No, but then you do it and you're so thankful you did. Well, pregnancy, I've never reaped the benefits of pregnancy, but I hear it's a great payoff at the end, and that's what I'm hoping for. Do I enjoy being pregnant? 0%. I do not like it in any capacity. But that's okay, because I know there is light at the end of the tunnel. I know great things are coming, hard things as well, but great things are coming, and I know that there's an amazing payoff. But it's easier to say that than actually feel that on a daily basis. So I wanted to talk through some of the ways to embrace pregnancy while coping some of the other times as well. Let's get into it. First and foremost, let's talk about physical changes and how to cope with the physical changes that happen. Physical changes are so different for everyone. And we see that with our group of friends. We see that with people online. Everyone experiences physical changes to their body, to their physique in different ways. Some people are going to gain maybe 20 pounds. Other people, I had a friend gain 95 pounds. Many of my friends have gained 65 to 75 pounds. It's a huge array of different weight gain and physical changes that happen. Sometimes a friend is all belly and no other changes, or maybe they're like me and gained all the weight in legs and butt. Everybody's so different. And what's crazy is we all like to compare. We all know comparison is the thief of joy, but we tend to compare ourselves to others. And so when someone hasn't gained as much weight as us, or someone's physique looks a little bit different when they're pregnant, well, the head starts spinning and that thief of joy sets in. So let's talk about a few ways to cope with the physical changes that happen during pregnancy. First and foremost, if you are able, obviously some people aren't able during pregnancy, but if you are able, exercise regularly. And this exercise could be anything. It could be walking, it could be running, it could be lifting, it could be doing exactly what you were doing beforehand. But whatever that exercise looks like, continue to do it during pregnancy. Or if you didn't exercise before, try to get some sort of movement in. Exercise is so important during pregnancy, not only for the body, but for the mind as well. It takes strength to care for an infant, to care for a toddler, to care for a growing child, and you want to build that strength while you are pregnant. And so not only you're taking care of your body, but you're taking care of your future body, so you're ready to go when this little babe comes into your life. Now, one of my favorite things to do during pregnancy is lift. And when I say my favorite thing, I hate working out while pregnant. I hate it. I don't enjoy it in any capacity, but I do it anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week because I know it is good for me. Now, lifting is one of my favorite things because it is 30 minutes to an hour of concentrating on the movement. And when you are lifting and pushing yourself with weights, you have to concentrate so deeply on the movement itself, the core activation, making sure you're doing every rep perfect, unlike maybe you had to do before pregnancy, because you have to keep your body safe. So that's 30 minutes to an hour of your day that you're not concentrating on your physique. You are concentrating on the work at hand and concentrating on your breath, concentrating on your core activation, concentrating on your depth in your squat, whatever it might be. But 30 minutes to an hour are dedicated to not thinking about your physique, but concentrating on the work you are putting into that 30 minutes to an hour. Number 2, let's concentrate on nutrient-dense meals. Now, at least for me, my diet has been all over the place during pregnancy. I'll have a really nutrient-dense, perfect week where I'm just fueling my body in the best way possible. And then our baby shower comes along and I'm going to have a couple pieces of cake and a cookie and whatever else. But the more you can have nutrient-dense meals in your daily routine, the better you're going to feel physically and mentally as well. Diet is so incredibly important, and it's so easy to just want to throw things out the window when you're pregnant, but you want to fuel your body and your little baby's body with the best nutrients that you can. So try to get those meals in at home that you're cooking on a regular basis as much as possible, and that's going to make you feel both physically and mentally better. Number 3, find clothes that fit you. Okay. It is so easy, especially if you're gaining weight, which everybody will gain some sort of weight in pregnancy, but if you're gaining more weight than you thought you would, it's really easy to get wrapped up in how your clothes don't fit. Well, duh, of course your clothes don't fit. Maybe you've put on 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds, whatever it might be. Of course your clothes aren't going to fit. Now, I haven't bought any maternity clothing because I just want to be able to wear some of the clothes afterwards, and it won't be maternity specific clothing. And so I've just upped my sizes and I've found things that work for my body and make me feel confident. So for me, I've packed on my weight in my thighs, in my legs, and in my butt. And of my waist, of course, as well, because I'm growing a child. And for me, I got love handles immediately. So all my old clothes kind of fit funny and did not look flattering, at least in my opinion. So I just found things that worked. And luckily, I'm pregnant during the summer, in spring and summertime, so I'm able to do that a little bit more. But I went to A-line dresses, really flowy dresses that were not only comfortable, but they were much more flattering because they weren't tight around my butt, they weren't tight around my legs, and they just made me feel more beautiful. So find clothes that fit, whether you want to do maternity or not, but go up in size and so you feel comfortable and confident. Now, number 4, and this is such a simple one, but remind yourself what your body is doing. Your body is doing something so substantial, something so out of this world that men can't do. You're doing something another human being cannot do. A man cannot do this. He cannot grow a human being in their uterus. They just don't have a uterus. So you are growing not only a human inside of you, but you are growing a new organ with the placenta. You have all these new bodily fluids inside of you, this mucus, a liter more of blood. You're doing something so cool, and you have to remind yourself that on a daily basis. And I think it's pretty easy to not remind yourself of that because people do it all over the world. Isn't there like a baby born a minute? Like, women are busting out babies. I know people who have 9, 11 children. I'm just going to be happy if I get one because it is tough. But remind yourself that you are freaking incredible. And ways you can do that are daily mantras. You can even get cards online to repeat daily mantras on a regular basis if you can't figure out anything to say. Remember, my body was made to do this. I am a strong person. I feel confident, safe, and secure. How about this one? This stressful moment is not forever. It will end. And one more. I'm doing my best, and it is enough. These simple mantras, you can look up so many online, but these simple mantras will really get you into a better mindset. And another thing to do, positive self-talk. Talk to yourself in a positive way. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am incredible. I am beautiful. I am so strong. I am amazing. Say those things because the more you say them, the more your brain will believe it. Your brain will believe anything you say. So if you start saying negative things all the time, it's like, oh yeah, that's real. But if you say the positive things, that can be just as real as the negative. Number 5, remind yourself and remember that this is temporary. You will feel better someday. You will feel more like yourself someday. If you are obsessing or worried about weight loss in the future, you will do it. I've lost weight in the past when I was actually heavier than I am now. And if I can do it, anybody can do it, and you can do it too. So if you are worried about weight loss, if that's part of your physical journey with pregnancy, don't worry. You'll lose weight. Everything you're experiencing right now is temporary, and you'll get through it. I'll get through it, and you'll come out on the other side in the future. And then last but not least, get off of social media, whatever platform it might be. to make sure you're not comparing yourself to other pregnant women. It's so easy to compare yourself physically, to compare yourself mentally. When it comes to what you're feeding and fueling yourself or how you're working out, stop comparing. Your pregnancy experience is not their pregnancy experience. And so it makes no sense that you would compare yourself. If I figured out anything in pregnancy, which I figured out a very small amount, it is that no one woman's experience is the same. So why would we ever compare? Why would we feel the need to? It doesn't matter. You are going through your own experience, and that's okay. No matter if it's positive or negative, you're allowed to experience it. Now, getting away from the physical side of things, let's talk about how to cope with not loving pregnancy, because that can be a very heavy weight to bear because it makes you feel ungrateful. And of course you're grateful. Of course you want this child, but you don't love the experience. And that can be a real big mind. But that's okay. You're not alone. I'm here with you. Now let's talk about some strategies to get through these tough times during pregnancy. Number one, this was given to me by a follower, and it was so helpful when I was really, really struggling, especially in the beginning. Writing a journal to your child. Start writing to them. Talk about your struggles. Talk about what you're excited about. Talk about the first time you felt kicks or the ultrasound that you had or whatever it is. Write in a journal to them, and then you can give it to them in the future, which is pretty cool. And then don't forget to journal your own stuff. Write in a journal yourself. Write the struggles you're going through, because oftentimes we feel like we can't voice them because we're being too negative, we're being ungrateful, but you can write down anything in a journal. No one else is going to see it. So get that energy out of your body by simply writing those things down, getting the energy flowing so you can move on with your day and not feel as obsessive about those thoughts that are going on in your head. Now, this one's really easy. Start putting the nursery together. Look at the end result. And the end result is going to be you maybe changing diapers in the nursery or breastfeeding or whatever it is. Start getting the nursery together. Start setting a breastfeeding station up. Start organizing diapers, whatever it might be. But setting a nursery up gets you excited for maybe the design. That's how I get excited, but also it gets you excited for what's to come, and it gives you light at the end of the tunnel. So start setting up that nursery, even if it's really early, because it gives you something to do to take your mind off what you're experiencing in that moment. Next up, talk to a professional. Pregnancy, depression, and anxiety is so real. It is so real, and it is so incredibly hard, especially if you are not sleeping, if you're having issues with nausea, if you're just experiencing depression, because so many people do. Talking to a therapist or a psychiatrist, whatever it might be, talking to some sort of professional can really, really help. So set yourself up for success by finding someone you trust and will really listen to you during those struggling times. Now, another thing that I have fully embraced is embracing how people are so kind. I mean, there's some annoying comments. Like, what is up with men keep asking if I'm having twins? Or when I tell them I have 7 weeks left at this point, they're like, are you sure? Of course, you're going to get some annoying comments and annoying people, but hopefully you're experiencing some incredible kindness during this time and embrace it. For me, I have loved how kind other women have been, especially other mothers. It feels like I was welcomed into this club, which I wish I would have been welcomed in that club even when I didn't want to have children and they would just be nice because I was another human in the room with them. But that's besides the point. Embrace the kindness of other people and revel in it. Soak it in. You deserve to be cared for, and people should say nice things to you, and you should enjoy it. And don't say, oh, no. Say thank you. Just enjoy that kindness. Now, that being said, the other day I was crossing the street. I was jaywalking for sure. And a car sped up like they were going to try to hit me. And so I kind of had to jog across the road. And I don't jog well during pregnancy. That wasn't very kind. But other than that, people have been pretty damn kind and I've loved it. Now, another great one to start coping is pamper yourself. Get a massage, get a facial. If you can't afford that, do things at home. Buy yourself a little foot bath, put on a sheet mask, do things that make you feel pampered. When we went on our baby moon, I scheduled an amazing facial, and the woman did a massage at the same time. And I cried afterwards and asked if I could hug her because I felt so pampered. Pamper yourself. This is a time where you just don't feel great and you deserve to be pampered. So ask for help, whether it's a hand massage from your partner or from a friend or a foot massage. Pamper yourself and do it on a regular basis. Now, this one is good, okay? Get after that orgasm. Now, in pregnancy, at least for me, I do not feel sexy in any capacity. And I don't think my husband finds me sexy. He would never say that, but he is not trying to jump my bones right now. So if you feel the same way and you're like, well, I don't want to have sex, I don't feel good in my skin, that's okay. You got a hand or you got a toy, use it. And get after that daily dose of oxytocin on a regular basis. It's supposed to be great for birth as well because you release all of those hormones during birth. So make sure you're getting after that orgasm, okay? Go to town. Enjoy yourself. I've been getting one daily these days and it feels great. Another fun one is plan date nights or just nights out with your friend. Soon you're going to have a baby and you're going to be stuck inside a little bit more, or it's just going to take more planning. You got to plan more stuff. You got to pack stuff with you. You got blowouts. You got your boob leaking, whatever it might be. It just takes more work. So enjoy this time that you do not have the child to do fun things. I've booked a ton of restaurant reservations at fancier places that I know I won't go to on a regular basis because they take more planning, they take more time, they take more work. So I'm doing that now while I can. So I've already booked 4 restaurant reservations and I told my husband, let's go out to breakfast next week. Well, I'm just enjoying date nights without much stress or planning or work around it. Enjoy that time. Remember, you're not going to have this back soon, especially if this is your first one. This is your last time without a child. Enjoy it. Another great option is downloading different pregnancy apps. There are a ton out there. I use Pregnancy Plus, and I love this one because it gives you little weekly updates of all the different changes that are happening. I just found out at 33 weeks, this little girl is peeing a pint of urine into the amniotic fluid every day. A pint. No wonder we feel huge at the end. That's a lot of pee. Fun things like that where you get to see changes on the screen, but then you also get to find out what little changes are happening inside of you at the same time. I think it makes it more fun and you got a countdown calendar going on at the same time. And I have 2 more for you. Take birth and parenting prep courses while you're pregnant. Some places you absolutely have to. At our birth center, we have classes all the time because the plan is to give birth at a place that they don't have any medication. So you really need to prep yourself mentally and physically. So we take a lot of classes. And I know hospitals have them, but they're not always required. Go to them. You're going to learn so much, but it's also going to get you excited for the end result, for what's to come. For me, we just had a class on birth, and something she said really resonated in this class with me. Pain, we always equate birth with pain, but we do things all the time that are painful, like exercise. She explained it like exercise. There is an ending and there is an outcome. And the same thing with pregnancy, pain, contractions. There is an end and there is an outcome. And so it was a nice thing to be in that class and see it like that and think, oh, okay, yeah, no, I can do that. I can get through it. Just like I can get through these reps of exercise, I can get through these contractions in pregnancy. Something like that has gotten me really excited for birth itself. Now, maybe that doesn't sound exciting to you, but whatever it is, in these classes, you're going to learn a lot and it's going to get you excited for the future instead of what's going on in that moment. And then last but not least, prioritize rest and enjoy it. I think oftentimes in this go society that we live in, we feel guilty about not working or doing all the exercise we did before or cooking all the meals or whatever it is. It's easy to feel guilty about not doing enough. Prioritize rest. Your body will make you do it, but enjoy it because soon you're going to have a child to take care of or multiple to take care of. And enjoy this time that you get to do whatever you want to do. Lay on the couch, watch a movie, ask your partner to cook dinner or pick up dinner, whatever it is. Rest is so important and it should be prioritized during this pregnancy and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. At the end of the day, pregnancy is hard and sometimes it's harder for others and there's no judgment there. hopefully, if you are feeling judged, or if you are feeling ungrateful, or if you are feeling any negative feelings around not enjoying pregnancy, again, you're not alone. And you are none of those things. You are just experiencing normal life experiences. Everything is temporary. All these little moments will seem so fleeting later on, but know that these struggles are normal and you'll get through them and you will see another day. Hopefully, some of these different ideas that I've used throughout my pregnancy to really get through the last 8 months, I hope they help you. I hope you're able to embrace your body a little bit more. Believe me, I struggle with it all the time. When I look in the mirror and I'm like, well, hot damn, that's a lot of cellulite. But that's okay. We're all humans just experiencing this. And when I think to myself, God, I wish I loved pregnancy like my best friend. Who cares? That's okay. I'm going to love being a mother someday. And you can feel that same exact way. It's just going to take some work sometimes. Some days you're going to have to work harder than others. But that's life in general. Even when you are not pregnant, some days you don't feel good in your skin. Some days you're not embracing how you feel that day. It's just normal. You're just going through a different, more intense experience at the moment. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Are there any ways you embraced pregnancy? Anything that you did on a regular basis that helped you get through a pregnancy that you were really struggling with? You never know what your comment will do for someone else who reads it. I'm Juli Bauer Roth of PaleoMG. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope some of these little nuggets help you out during your own pregnancy journey. Stay tuned. I have a couple more videos I think you're going to like.